start, get rid of the plot of Johnny Silverhand taking over the MC's brain. It feels like I'm on a time limit, and why should I invest time into this when all my character's progress is going to be undone by this issue? This is my same problem with the nuclear ending for Far Cry 5. So what would the plot be? What it is before the big heist during the prologue. A low-level mercenary trying to make a name for themselves. As you work your way up through the ranks of Night City, you see your influence more and more. Similar to New Vegas, you start out neutral with most of the Night City gangs, though what you choose as an origins affects what gangs are better with you than others at the start. Then as your career continues, if you've done anything against them or for them, your reputation changes. If you become enemies against, say, Maelstrom, their members attack you on sight. Possibly, if you kill enough of them, you get a reputation with them like Reaper or something, and small groups of them will flee from you rather than attack. Then, occasionally, you'll be faced with a whole squad of these enemies in free roam or during certain side missions. The higher your bad reputation gets with them, the bigger the attacks become, but the more infrequent they are, since the gang has to rally their forces. On the flip side, if you gain a good reputation with some gangs, they'll give you things to help you out, ammo, food, stimulants, etc. The rewards get better the higher your approval is with them. Along with this good rep, they will also join in on fights you're in if they're nearby, or you can call some in with a radio, which will be reusable, but needing to buy battery charges or something. Now, your actions throughout the game would influence how the public and other mercs see you as well. Some civilians might shout your praise, others insulting you. Some cops see you as good, others bad. Some mercs respect you and don't mess with you. Others want to take you out to free up contracts. Another aspect is you could create an alter ego. Say your character wears a mask when they do some bad things against a gang. That mask becomes what they know to attack, rather than your actual face. And this could have repercussions, like civilians who wear the same clothing or mask that you wear when killing gang members, could lead those gangs to attack innocent people for it. Or possibly the gang thinks that these people are the masked attacker themselves. Next, I want cyberpsychos more like what we saw in the 2013 trailer. I want them to be random occurrences, not a set number of them. Show how bad this issue is, that it's an epidemic, that anyone on the street could be at risk for developing it. You're walking down a street, when suddenly you see civilians running away from something. Once the crowd clears, you see a cyberpsycho slaughtering people. You can either choose to run and let the police handle it, or you can jump in and fight it, possibly getting caught in the crossfire if the fight takes too long and the cops show up. Or, as you're going through the streets, the person right in front of you or behind you begins to go crazy. If you recognize the signs quickly enough, you might be able to put them down before they have a chance to go psycho. However, that can run the risk of you looking like a murderer. The next subject is augmentations. Now, I don't mind the augmentation system that's already in it, but another possibility is extreme augmentation, similar to Atom Smasher. This would affect how you interact with the public. The less human you look, the more disdain from civilians you get. Those were the open world aspects. As for the main plot, it would be more and more big players seeing your rise. Some want to hire you, others want to stamp you out. Some endings could include you becoming a corpo, or you could leave it all behind and abandon Night City, or you could become an underground legend. All in all, I want Cyberpunk to be a game I build something in, that I can come back to at any time and be reminded of the work I've put in it. It's possible you could even rebalance the favor of some gangs and the hatred of others. Though I don't want it to be such a shallow world that you getting a cat out of the tree 30 times for the tiger claws erases the genocide you might have committed against them. This is how I would fix Cyberpunk if I could kick down the doors to CDPR and sit in the big chair. As always, videos like this are an open forum. Share what you'd like to change about this game, if there is anything you would like to change.